What's up, everybody? I got a bad habit of trying to wait for everything to look right to make a video. I'll start a video and not necessarily like, the stumbling over words sometimes, or the fact that lighting isn't good enough, because that's what we're told we're supposed to do, is wait for good lighting, wait for good sunshine, wait for good artificial lighting, and, make sure you check everything, your hair is in place, and, your body looks the way you want it to look on video. And I fall into that trap sometimes. So what you're seeing now is the calm before the storm. I posted about this not too long ago on Instagram and Facebook. But I'm going to the gym. Saturdays I go in a little bit later. As you see in some of my videos, I go pretty early in the morning before the sun comes up during the week. But Saturday I get a little extra sleep, get some things done around the house, and I like to go in. Saturday's arm day for me, so it's a little bit longer. So I kind of save it for the day. I get a few more macros in before I go. So, and this calm before the storm happens kind of daily, even when it's early in the morning like that, because I'm kind of preparing myself to go in. I don't have to lift the heaviest, I don't have to lift with perfection, but there's certainly days I'm out here kind of waiting for pre-workout to kick in. I think anybody that works out kind of has this time of like, man, I love working out, I love how I feel, but damn, I don't want to go inside today. It doesn't feel like it's going to be the best one, but that's okay. So I was sitting out here, kind of finding motivation. I'm always looking for that motivation. And what I've discovered over the years is something that I hear from people all the time about, whether it be working out, eating right, whether it be about getting rid of those irrational demands, not overreacting to emotion, not being angry so much, not being depressed, not being anxious. And a lot of people, including myself at times, will say I don't have the motivation to change this. I keep wanting to change it in the moment when things are bad, when I'm not looking like I want to, I'm not feeling like I want to physically, I'm lashing out to my family, I'm lashing out at work, I'm anxious all the time. That's when I want to change it, but when I go to change it, I don't have a lot of motivation for it. And I think that can be true about a lot of those different areas. So I was watching a video earlier today about, one of my favorite bodybuilders, that I tend to get a lot of motivation from. It's kind of a guy that's kind of loud, and he's been around for a long time. In fact, he's 62 years old, I heard him say today. But he's talking to a gentleman who has lived through a long life of childhood abuse, an extremely significant, mind-boggling type of abuse that he and his sister went through. And I'm very fortunate. I had two good parents. They took care of me. There were ups and downs like anything else. There were times where we had no money. There were times where we had some money. There were times where they couldn't pay for things. There were times where I didn't realize we were poor. My parents did a good job taking care of me, but I can't ever say that I had a life of child abuse. But here's where I have a connection with that. Is 15 years of law enforcement. I've seen that kind of thing over and over again. And we're not talking about the kid that calls us because their parents won't let them do what they want to do, or the kid that's been spanked one time, or the kids that had something taken away. We're talking severe, disgusting physical abuse. Horrible things that I and the other men and women of law enforcement and public safety have seen. And to this day, even though I'm not still in public safety, people like that are still why I work out. I know that sounds a little strange, because I don't necessarily go and have direct effect with that kind of investigation anymore. I don't have direct effect with making those changes, maybe in young people's lives anymore. But every day through Instagram, every day through my website, every day through the people that are on my training app, the mental health mindset, the angry Viking mindset method, to change the kind of person that they are. Every day I still hear stories like this. In my traditional therapy office, I still hear stories like this every day. One of the questions I always get is, how do you hear 9, 10, 12 hours worth of trauma a day and it not affect you? Well, it certainly does affect me some, but not in the way that you think it would, hearing these stories, if this were a new concept to you. The reason it doesn't affect me as much as it might, and that what helps me kind of put that barrier up there, I definitely care about the stories, but the barrier of not taking it home is, I know where we're going. I know what you can become. I know what we will change you into. And if you will put in the work, your life will change forever. Some of you have been victims of this abuse. Some of you have been on the side of seeing the abuse, whether it be public safety or military or medicine or nursing or whatever job that some of you are in. Some of you have seen this. And even though today I'm about to go in and work out my favorite body parts to work out, it's arms. I just get something good from it. It's one of my favorites. And yeah, I'm physically doing it for myself. But the motivation that I have is to continue to be my best, to continue to be the tip of the spear in what I do, to continue to be able to be physically and mentally able to serve you. You, because you're the people that need change. You're the ones that reach out and say, Doc, I've got to change this. I keep arguing with my family too much. I keep overreacting to emotion. I keep having these terrible thoughts about self and others. And whether you think it comes from trauma of stuff you've seen, or whether it just comes from lifehood experience and the way that we've changed our filter over the years, we'll have a conversation about that. But I'm going in today to lift weights, to be the best that I can be for the people that need me to be the best that I can be. Now that's on me. That necessarily doesn't have to be motivating to you. What I want to be motivating to you is, if you are not continuing to better yourself, if you are not stopping the habits you said you wanted to stop, if you are not improving yourself mentally and physically, if you're not changing and bettering your brain and behavior and your body every day for the people that you said you do it for, you are losing your character. Do not lose your character. Absolutely refuse to break character. That's why you need to go work out. That's why you need to eat the macros that are correct. That's why you need to change your mindset. That's why you need to talk to somebody, whether I'm the right person or not. Get yourself in mental and physical shape. Do that not for you. That's why you can't find the motivation. Stop trying to find the motivation to do it yourself. Do it for the people that you said you'd protect. Do it for the people that you said you'd be better for. Do it to be the tip of the spear in your family, in your career, with your people. Don't do it for you. You won't find the motivation. I can put this truck in drive and drive right home and have not lost that much. I'm going in today to work out, tired as I am, exhausted as I am, not feeling it as I am, because I promised that I'd be the best. I promised you that I'd be the best at what I do to help you get better. If you're not in the position that you need to be in to be able to say that for yourself and your family, you better find the way. You better fix the character. I will gladly help you. It takes an entire philosophy change to do it. It took me a decade to put this together. If you need help, please go to my website, theangryvikingtherapist.com. Put in your information. There's no obligation when you put in your information. I will personally text you. I will personally contact you. Find out what has to change and if we're the right people to do it. If not, I'm more than willing to guide you to somebody else who might be. It's not about business. It's not about money. It's about helping you be the tip of the spear for you. It's about you getting back to what you said you were going to be, what you promised yourself and your family you would be. That's what it's about, folks. As low quality as this video is, I'm not sitting under the lights, I'm not sitting in front of my chalkboard. This is the real me. I want this to be the real you. I don't have it all figured out, but I know today I'm going in there to better myself for the people I said that I would be better for. If you don't have that drive, you better find it. I'll help you. I'll give you the steps. I'll get you on your way. I've put a decade putting this together. After 15 years in law enforcement, I had to find something that works for me. You don't have to be in law enforcement for this to work. You don't have to be in public safety or the military. This is about being the better person. This is about being the person you said you'd be. Every day I get thank you messages, and I don't feel right putting them out. because they get personal. Every day I get thank you messages of the people's lives that have changed on this program. I don't want to sell you a program. I want you to be what you said you would be. Go to the website, angryvikingtherapist.com. Sign up. Let me help you change. I've got the steps. Stop watching this video just to get a little piece of motivation. It is time to change.